But one that I believe has an impact through God's grace far beyond our numbers and our size, as I think that you will see in the testimonials by so many officials from really around the world about how important and vital the work of Advocates International is.
Advocates International is really an organization with a tremendous dream.
We live in a world in which intolerance,
ignorance,
racism,
atheism,
violence,
all around the world.
We as Christians
we feel that is our responsibility.
Should confront those problems.
Change something, to transform something.
With a solution.
There will be the first line of the people
in the front of the battle.
And this is a dream that is changing hundreds and hundreds and thousands of
Christian lawyers everywhere.
I've always believed
envision
we as lawyers
who have been called to the similar ministry
had a mission in God's plan as a lawyer
to stand for human rights,
to work for religious freedom,
to give the world Christ perspective,
religious freedom,
Christ truth,
to create an environment of freedom and equality and equal concern and respect for every human being in a global level.
The first time we came was in 1992, and the country was in shambles. And then in 1993, they asked us to do the first ever judicial seminar for all of the judges of Albania. We're doing things that are helping build a country, and it's been a real privilege to see a country transition from a communist totalitarian state to a free society. And that's what we've seen. It's favor that the Lord has given so that we can continue this work, so that we can help establish freedom and religious freedom in a country that was the most atheistic country in the world 10 years ago.
In Albania, I'm working with their judiciary, encouraging them to meet the standards that they aspire to. They're members now of the Council of Europe, which is a great privilege and a great challenge. I don't serve to see payoff. I think that's in God's hands. And I think if a Christian serves simply to serve, I think that's the reason you do it, because I just think there's a higher vision for people to aspire to.
You know that under the dictatorship, Albania has been the atheist country. The church has been closed and the people were forced to be atheists. But now everything has changed. In the road of democracy, we have the freedom of the speech, the freedom of belief. Religion feelings also inspires the Albanian judges, the Albanian lawyer. As you say in the United States, God bless America. We say, God bless America, United States, God bless also Albania.
Advocates, international advocates has played a great role in Albania, and they have been present here since nearly 10 years now to help the democratization of Albania, to help the Albanian institutions and different organizations for protections of the human rights and the freedoms. And now they are giving also a great contribution to the strengthening of our judiciary system.
Justice is truth in action. Justice is truth in action.
I believe that cooperating in the level of confidence building, they are giving also the same contribution for the participation of religious communities in this process of democratic building in Albania.
To feed the hungry, to take care of the homeless, to help those in prison, to help those who are sick, is not just the government's role, but this is something that, working cooperatively, that the Good Samaritan was not a government bureaucrat. He was someone who, on his own initiative, helped a person at the side of the road. I think that's the model that we need to continue to build on.
At the same time, I have to express my thanks on behalf of Albanian people, particularly to my friend, to Sam Eriks.
What do we do? This is what Advocates International is all about.
2,000 years ago, a Jewish lawyer named Paul came to Athens, Greece. Paul had noticed that in Athens there were many idols, including one to the unknown God. Paul explained to them who this unknown God was. Some followed Christ, but there were those who rejected him and sneered. 2,000 years later, the debate continues. Religious freedom is challenged. The trial here was about the rights of religious minorities, in this particular case Pentecostals, evangelicals in Greece, to have the same rights as the majority. In 1991, Advocates International was formed to engage this challenge to religious freedom, to human rights, to conflict resolution, reconciliation, and especially to help lawyers and judges and law professionals and national leaders all around the world to integrate their faith and make it practical, put it to use. For Advocates International to be able to pull alongside to help the innkeepers. Vasilius is sort of the Daniel standing up for the rights of the people of God. What you're about to hear and see are stories by people who are engaged as Paul was engaged 2,000 years ago. I have been a trial lawyer for 32 years in America. This is the first time I've been in a Greek courtroom. This is much more exciting than an American courtroom. It's been exciting to see the freedom of expression in this courtroom.